in our last session of the part 1 of the chapter called as India Soil, chapter number 12, Geography 10 standard class. We have studied about different types of soils which we found in the country called as India. We understood how the soil is being found, which are the different types of soils are being found, and moreover we even studied about the soil, where do we get, and which are the different crops we grow in the way in those soils. Now our next topic in this, the part second of the chapter number 12, India soil, we are going to learn about the soil erosion, effects of soil erosion, causes of soil erosion, and we are going to learn about the conservation of the soil. Okay, now now here the total topic is related to the soil erosion itself. Okay, now let us go and understand what does this soil erosion mean. Soil, already we have said, soil is being formed due to the weathering process. Soil is being formed due to the weathering process of the rocks. We called it as a soil. But this soil faces different problems. Okay. Now this sort of, what type of problem it is that when it is been washed away, when the uppermost layer is being washed away. Now what does it mean? Now soil erosion, it's a transportation of surface soil, upper layer of the soil. Transportation of surface soil in the upper layer of the soil, that too by the various natural forces are been there, not man-made, right? Man-made is there, we will learn also. Man-made is there, but majority of this soil erosion, it is a process of which one? Of the natural forces. And which are these natural forces? Running water. Running water. Now if you take example of running water, how it is? Sometime due to the heavy rainfall, the river which converts into the flood, the catchment area of river, it enlarges. So wherever it goes, the soil is being washed by the water itself. Winds are there, when some sort of cyclones, right, it appears, and moreover sea waves are also responsible for the soil erosion. So what does we mean? What does this soil erosion mean? Transportation of surface soil by various natural forces, we call it as a soil erosion. Now why this soil erosion it happens? What are the different causes for it? Okay, what are the different causes for this? And in that first cause, what he says? Deforestation. Nowadays we are seeing these many things. More than afforestation, we are giving importance to the deforestation. When deforestation is being done, very simple to understand, the trees are being cut down by the roots, up to the roots. When we took out the whole root, automatically the roots are responsible for keeping a tight contact of the soil. If roots are being plucked, automatically with that a big hole work we can see, and whenever there is a flow of water, anything would be there, because there is a large surface area, whole area will be there, from all side of the soil will be deposited at one particular place. This soil, because it keeps tight, this roots, because it keeps the soil tight, the soil remains there itself. But if deforestation is been done, we will make the tight part as a loose part, and loose doesn't remains for a stagnant at a place, at that particular place. In the same way, overgrazing. Now this refers to the which one? To our cattles. To our cattles. It refers not only to our cattles. Cattles normally wait once on specific, but specific area they are being made to be grazed. But other animals, when we talk, these animals are nothing but when they eat the grasses, that's a natural food for them. When they eat the grasses, even with their mouth, what they will do, they will pluck the grass. So when they pluck the grass, same thing with that roots also it will come, and the animal which moves with eating, which moves from one place to another place, with herself, even it carries the soil also. So with the overgrazing also we can see. Unscientific methods of cultivation. Okay, Nowadays government is stressing more on the organic compared to the chemicals. Compared to the chemical usage of more number of chemicals in the agriculture sector on the soils can burn the good fertility of soil. So unscientific method of cultivation should be stopped. Another side, over irrigation. Over irrigation is nothing but if excess amount of water is been let out, again the soil will move with the which one, with the water. And might you have seen in the agriculture sector, if you are visited to the agriculture land, you might have seen that every farmer, what he will do, he will create a bund. Okay, he will create a bund. This bund which helps the soil to remain in this area itself. Okay, so irrigation. And as we studied in our soil part, that soil is not only used only for the agriculture purpose but for the construction purpose also. Okay, nowadays making of pots, bricks, tiles, for this also huge amount of soil is being used. This also was making a biggest problem in the way, in the causes of which causes of the soil erosion. So deforestation, overgrazing, unscientific methods of cultivation, over irrigation, pots, making of pots, bricks, tiles, these all are nothing but they are the means of the which one? Causes of soil erosion. But this soil erosion can be stopped. Can be stopped. We will study in what different form it can be stopped. But if the soil erosion it happens, then what would be the effect of the soil erosion? What would be the effects of the soil erosion? So here we will understand. If soil, huge amount of soil is being eroded, accumulation of silt. Accumulation of silt. Accumulation of silt, it's a mix up of from the teeny rock particles to the large rock particles, from the mud to the soil, decayed things, everything will be mixed. And where it is been there, accumulation at the river beds. If on the river bed it is being accumulated, automatically water level, it first it reduces, and second, as it moves upside, the catchment area will also become large. So accumulation. This can even change the direction of river's course also. River which is moving on a proper path, due to the too much of accumulation of silt, the river can change its direction. Like if it is a river in moving in this direction and huge amount of silt is been accumulated over here, automatically the river can change its direction. It's moving on here, it can change its direction or move to left, right, whichever area it can move. So it can change the river course. Storage capacity of reservoirs. Reservoirs we commonly see where the large dam is being constructed. Next to the dam, the reservoir will be there. We take a different uses of the reservoirs in the form of fishery business, storage of the water, supplying the water from with the help of the canals to the agriculture area. Okay, so storage of here also, if too much of silt is been accumulated, the capacity of the reservoir it decreases, like in this form. Now if earlier it was a storage, good storage, but due to the accumulation of still day by day, water level has been what? It has been reduced. Okay. Now another side, lakes get also reduced. Lakes also, what will happen? It will get reduced. Now why this is happening? It's because of erosion of the soil it is there. So in this way, if deforestation, overgrazing, unscientific method of cultivation, over irrigation, making of the uses of the for the different construction purpose, if it is being used, then definitely there will be a biggest effect on the vision of the soil erosion. So in this way, there we see the effects of soil erosion. We will see. Let us understand about the conservation of soil. Conservation of soil and management it is. The word is conservation of soil and the management. Two words are there. Okay. One is called as a conservation, another one is called as a management. When we talk about conservation of soil, what does it mean? Prevention of soil erosion and protecting the fertility. Right? What to be done? Prevention of the soil and protecting the fertility. If soil is being prevented, then only fertility will be there of the soil, which is called as a conservation of soil. Okay, so protecting, prevention of soil, by then only what we can do, we can save the fertility of the soil. And what is this management? To have a good agriculture produce and to have a proper maintenance of the fertility. What we call it as a management. Okay, so conservation of soil and management, in this form it is being said. Now here we are having some different methods by what we can conserve our soil. We can stop from our soil from to be eroded. Okay, what are those methods? First one, counter plowing. It is been, now counter plowing almost it is been done in the hilly areas where you might have seen, observed, right, at the hilly areas where the mountains will be cut down in this form, so that what would happen, that if any sort of heavy rainfall would also be there, if the flow of the, due to the flow of the water, if the soil it flows, and when it flows with the high speed with the water, automatically again plain surface area, again little bit up down, again plain surface area, again little bit down, again plain surface, which makes that soil can be saved to totally to be washed away. So counter plowing, in this way it should be done. Okay, construction of bunds. Now what type of construction of bunds, which we have said, now this is your agriculture land, it is been there. Okay, here what you can do at the edge of it, this count what you get, the bunds can be created. This will help in the way, in the stop of which one, stop of the soil to move away from your land. So construction of bund. Deforestation should be stopped. Importance is being given towards the afforestation. So more number of afforestation, very simple, that the trees which grows in a large, the roots of that tree helps to keep a tight contact of the soil. In that way we can see. Planned use of water. Planned use of, how much of essential water is needed to the field, that much of only water has to be left to the way to the field. Otherwise there is also chances of soil erosion. Construction of check dams nowadays. What type of check dams will be there? Mostly we will see majority of the check dams in towards the lakes, where now this is keep in like this is a river, okay, which regularly it flows. Now here this is agriculture area, this is agriculture area. Now construction of check dams, what will help, whenever there will be heavy rainfall, okay, here in between, if check dam in between small, if the barrigade is being made, the flow of the water automatically it reduces. The flow of the water reduces because the water has to pass out, right? Again pass. So automatically the speed of the water it will be also reduced, and even it will help the farmers when during the time of agriculture, to when the water has to be led to the way to the field, at the time even he will also get the water from this area. So it is nothing but it's a form of what? A tank. Small area in between the areas, what it is been done, the gates are being made. So construction of check dams, and moreover control of livestock grazing which we say cattle. Okay, so if in that part also if we made a control, then or if we fixed up the area where the grazing has to be done, then automatically what we can do, we can stop the soil erosion. So in this way, so these are the preventing methods of the soil. So in this way what we can do, we can conserve our soil and we can manage properly our soil. So in this way our soil erosion can be managed properly. So we have understood about the soil erosion, causes of soil erosion, effects of soil erosion, and also the methods to prevent the soil erosion. This is all related to the chapter number 12, India and soils. So in this chapter we have learnt about the 6 different types of soil. We have understood what does the soil mean. We have understood our 6 different type of soil, where they are found, and what type of crop we can grow, and moreover how the soil is helpful in the agriculture sector. And the second part, we studied about the soil erosion, causes, effects, and as well as the conservation of soil we have studied. So this was all related to the India soil. So go through the chapters which will help you to understand more easily, and as I said that the points which are been written down, if, if you take it from the boards itself, it will help you to make the notes by your own. For next, in my other videos, I will come with a few more new chapters which will help for your to understanding purpose. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and if any more you want need of the different chapters of your 10th standard classes, you can comment me so that I will come as early as possible with those chapters to you all. Thank you.